Snipers, you have to see what's happening in the Bitcoin price right now as we have CPI numbers coming out tomorrow. And check this out, snipers. CPI prints have been pretty pivotal for Bitcoin price action. In less than 24 hours, we are going to get these CPI numbers. Anything above 9.1% would be very bad for the cryptocurrency market and equity markets. But anything below 8.7%, which is what's expected, could actually result in Bitcoin potentially breaking the major resistance at 24,300. And check this out, the realized price of addresses holding 10 to 100 Bitcoin have acted as major support levels during bear markets, and that's currently sitting at $12,780, and that's similar to the 2018 bear market where it was sitting at $3,100, and it was quite difficult for Bitcoin to maintain prices below that realized price of hodlers that were holding 10 to 100 Bitcoin. And so for those that are saying that Bitcoin's going to come to fill that CME gap at 9,000, it's going to be pretty tough to get price below 12,000 based on that realized price. But what about the CPI numbers and what happened in equity markets today? Let's dive straight into the chart, snipers. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm if you support this content as always. And I'll have another video out tomorrow with the CPI numbers. But for the charts, what was significant today? The equity markets were quite calm. I'll say the DXY also pretty calm, still holding itself at this 106.56 area, hasn't made a strong move, having a cup of coffee between its weekly and monthly open. And what's interesting about the weekly and monthly open is Bitcoin right now is rejecting its monthly open. And what you'll notice about Bitcoin's monthly open is it's currently sitting right around where the weekly open is sitting. And you can see we are rejecting both of those levels. We can call it 23,300. You can see we're sitting right at $23,000. And we know the most amount of volume inside of this range that Bitcoin is in, with a resistance of 24,300 and a support of 17,200. The most amount of volume right now is right around that $21,000 level. So if we break below the previous weekly open at 22,500, we know what we're expecting, a test of 21,000, potentially form a third higher low. The worst case scenario, we come down to 17,204, of course, potentially form a lower low. And then, of course, we know this midpoint of the range at 20,000 is also extremely important. But in any case, if we break above 24,300, as we've been saying over the last month, then that's going to be a confirmation to open up the door to 35,000. But Bitcoin rejecting its monthly and weekly open so far. Look at Ethereum. It is not rejecting its monthly and weekly open. The opposite scenario here. It's actually above its weekly and monthly open, currently sitting right now at 1675. Why is that the case? Well, the Ethereum merge coming out in September 18th, what we're calling a triple halving. You can see that the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart has been showing strength since the announcement of that merge, but what's really significant here is 77,000 Satoshis. We've yet to break above that. If we break above 77,000 Satoshis, that takes out this high here and we form a higher high, and that would be considered bullish, very similar to the S&P 500 right now, yet to take out this recent consolidation high. We poked our head above it when markets opened up this week, but we didn't get a confirmation above it. So the Ethereum to US dollar pairing currently is in a range with a resistance of 1760, a support of 1597. We'll continue to monitor that, snipers. And other than that, there weren't many other puzzle pieces that were significant. As I mentioned, equity markets were quite calm today. Coinbase was down 10%. You know, it was certainly a dump. We were expecting that since Bitcoin formed a lower high and Ethereum formed a higher high. We know what happens in the immediate short term when that happens. So we talked about that yesterday, that we were going to dump down from this $24,300 resistance level. And so Bitcoin back inside of its famous range here over the last 3 days. We haven't really moved away from this range, holding above 22,500, the previous weekly open. If we can get some hourly and 4-hour candles above 24,300, especially after the CPI numbers come out tomorrow, that's a strong confirmation that we are now moving into a new range to the upside potentially. I see a lot of altcoins are getting triggered. Let me get on the charts here on the Discord, snipers. But CPI numbers coming out tomorrow, that's extremely important to monitor. We'll keep you guys updated as always here on the Snipers channel. And I appreciate each and every one of you tuned into the channel. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm if you support this content. I'll see you guys next time. Snipers out.